Next thing on the agenda is me to discuss Mr. McAllister, the recycling. You were to get with me over the past month and come up with some figures for every other week or something to that effect.
Yeah, for every other week it'd probably be $1 a month. And to have it done every week would be $1.50.
Oh, okay. Now, this may sound stupid, but I'm sure I wouldn't get a phone call. When you say every other week, are you speaking?
Twice a month.
Twice a month, thank you. That's what I was looking for. Gentlemen, questions?
I think at this point he just wants it put to a vote. He wants an answer. Do you want us to do it once a week or twice a month?
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
That's for the people that want to, right?
That's for everybody in town.
Correct? Because you said you couldn't do it for that price unless it's for everyone.
I was just wondering if they're entertaining, if there's any comments out there, either for or against, curbside recycling.
I'm sorry.
$1 and $1.50, right? Whether it be $1 or $1.50, it's worth it to put it on every single house. That's for $1.50. You can't even get a large Coke at McDonald's anymore. For $1, I guess you get one of those stinky burgers at McDonald's. But come on, we're talking about recycling, cleaning up our city. We're not talking about a whole lot of cost. Rod, I know you got to be for this.
You know I'm for it.
I know you are, and I think Doc is.
So, and we agree.
We're 100%. This has got to be done for the city, guys.
My dad don't want to pay $1.
All right.
But I was just thinking too, and I heard what Sandra said, but is that a...
It's discussion time.
Was it a waste management, was that kind of included back there, when they first proposed that?
The way it was originally set up is there was a grant.
Yeah.
And the grant run out, unfortunately, at about the same time we were needing to become solvent with our water treatment plant. And so not only were you raising water at that time to become solvent, the grant was running out and we were going to have to try to deal with picking up that extra cost. Waste Management had given us a price that they had thought a certain amount of people were going to participate in, and they just started picking it up all over town. They found out there's a whole bunch of people participating in it. And so then they wanted to go up on their rate at the same time we were having to go up on the water bills. The grant money had run out, so then we were going to have to tack that on in addition to the water bill. And you can see what kind of conversation you get in here over $1.50 a month to do the right thing. You can imagine what that was added to, money we were going to have to pick up for water to try to become solvent. And that's the bottom line. We're talking about $1.50, $1.50 a month to do the right thing. So that's how we got to this point. There was a lot more participation with the curbside recycling. And Mayor Selkirk, is that the way you remember it? It was a grant that that's how we were paying for that. When it run out.
I don't know. I wasn't
okay.
in office when it ceased.
And Daniel's off the spot because he's gone. So, but that Jim, you were on. The grant run out at the same time we were having to deal with raising water rates.
We were raising water and sewer rates.
We were raising
5 years ago. We didn't think we could put everything on at once.
Right. We were raising water rates, sewer rates, and we didn't want to have to deal with raising, trying to become solvent on the recycling. So we just let it go. And now's time to do the right thing and spend $1.50 a month and just be done with it. So.
Well, I think are we looking at $1.50 or are we looking at doing the twice a month?
This motion was for $1.50.
I would like to see I think as far as to see the interest, just do $1. That way you can see the interest, if there really are, that much on there. And I mean, if Mike kind of report back to us and say, I've had this much, participation.
We can run this for a year year, we can stop it, you can have the blue bins back, and your dad will be happy.
I'm gonna love it, because my wife's gonna use it every other week. You know, it's gonna happen in my house.
Well, why don't we have him report back, let's try it and have him report to us in 6 months, tell us what the participation is, and let's see.
It's gonna be
where we're at.
100% participation, because everybody's getting charged.
Then that's great. Then that's great.
Participation's 100%.
My only concern, and I've voiced it to Mike, it says, I was really opposed to the blue bins. I mean, they look pretty, and I used them for different things besides probably just recycling. But I noticed too, like on windy days like we've had here recently, the blue bottle, the plastic bottles and the paper or whatever was scattered, while it was waiting to be picked up, and sometimes it ended up being on a windy days, a thing. And I was saying if we look at some kind of container that had a lid on it to kind of contain, the bottles or the paper goods or something like that.
That grant will be the one paying for all that.
The grant will be the one paying for the containers, so if you want to, that's a different discussion on what you want the containers to be. But there are still a lot of blue bins out there, because during these snows, they were all up there in Bell Park, and there was kids riding in them down the hill, because I saw a lot of them. So,
Well, I'll second Rod's motion.
Okay, we have a first and a second. Do we have any further discussion? All right, now the motion is that we go to
a weekly basis.
a weekly.
That's what his motion
The
was.
motion was that we institute recycling on a weekly basis.
For $1.50 increase added on to the trash bill.
Monthly.
All those in favor? 1, 2, 3, 4. Opposed? 2. Tim.